seconds back to Verstappen, race leader. Possible debris 5, 6, 7. Stay online. And to confirm a gear 1 launch. Gear 1 launch. On the grid. Mode charge, mode charge. Okay, no immediate threats behind. Cool the tyres.
Fucking vroom. You're not wrong, ads. Morning, mate. How are we all, everyone? Good morning. Happy Monday. I think from what day it was, and then realised it was not the day that everyone would have hoped that it was. But 'tis what it is. 'Tis what it is, isn't it? Just update the stuff for the YouTube stream. There we go. Can only do that once we've gone live. Here we go. We are in Hungary today. We're in Hungary. We're still leading championship, but people are waiting to take advantage of any slip-ups, you know. Oh my god. Let's fucking do it. Oh my god. Oh, all this stuff. Flame. Doobie doobie doo. Doo 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 doo. What happened yesterday, Neej? 10-hour shift on your first day back after a week off. Oh. Oh yes, that'll be a pain in the bum, that will, won't it? Do 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 do. Day after day, noise. Morning, TT. Yeah, when you're only back for a day after you've had a week off, then it's more manageable, isn't it? Fully dry Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. Huzzah. Now 91 rated. Nearly halfway towards being 92 at the minute, actually. Fucking flying, lads. Put older bits in for practice, actually. Whilst we remember. Right. Can't remember what the strategy is around here. Like a medium hard one stop, isn't it? And Hungary. Do 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 do. Oh no. Seems to be a 2-stop. Probably can 1-stop, but yeah, we can 1-stop. I'm sure we'll be able to 1-stop it. Yeah, no, to be fair, that's accurate. Strat is to go as fast as possible and win. That is the ultimate aim, isn't it? The latest Journeyman video just went live about half an hour ago with the asking you guys to tell me what the fuck to do, effectively. And then we will have the RTG video go live in another half an hour, because we'll be recording tomorrow's video when we've finished this Grand Prix, and obviously we want to make sure we've got enough time to get enough shit recorded. So that's the current sitch. Pardon me, that's the current sitch. Actually, what I might do, I currently have an F1 video scheduled, the British Grand Prix video scheduled for 6 o'clock tonight. I might initially set that for tomorrow, just in case we're not able to get everything recorded today that we want to. Thank you very much for subscription. Let me just go to YouTube Studio and change scheduling on this. Actually, it's currently scheduled for 4 o'clock. I definitely don't want to do it at 4 o'clock. I won't know yet what we're able to do. Right, let's do that. Let's do that. Then we can switch account back to that one. Then we can see it was that fucking subbed, can't we? It was fucking subless with this 39th one. Thank you, mate. Yeah, prayer circles and stone circles and any sort of circle you like that helps. Basically. Alright, let's just get recording, shall we? It will fucking me. It will. Thank you, mate. Please do forgive any lack of enthusiasm again today. Still feeling rather under the weather and etc, etc. Alright, let's get cracking, shall we? Hungary is a lot of laps, but not that long a lap. So, probably just the usual sort of length for the Grand Prix, I imagine, especially considering it's all dry, thankfully. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the F124 driver career. We are in Hungary today. This is the halfway stage of the season, I believe. Round bloody 12, lads. Round 12 where we've won 4 of the previous 11, but we've not won for 3 straight races, because Lando Norris has been doing that, and we didn't win for the first 4 straight races because Ferrari were busy doing that. So we are top of the championship still by 13 points, but over the course of the last 3 Grand Prix, Lando Norris has been chomping away at that lead. Charles Leclerc has been falling off. Thank Christ for that. And actually, Fernando Alonso has been the one that's been on the podium with me more often than anyone else outside of Lando bloody Norris. George was able to get a podium in Australia, and he probably would have gotten a podium in Great Britain as well. But he had a bit of a to-do with Lewis Hamilton on the way into the pits. And it didn't really go well for him. Went worse for Lewis, but didn't really go well for him. Fully dry weekend other than a smattering of rain in practice 1. So we'll be able to nail down the setup and hopefully have a pretty respectable Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. Our previous form here, out of curiosity, is 7th, DNF, and 8th, actually. Okay, so points, but not great points thus far in my career at Hungary, or a retirement. Let's not do the retiring today. Let's aim for top 5 again, as always. But with Lando winning week in, week out, kind of need to start winning myself again if possible.
Plenty to learn and refine.
Monaco, we out the walls. Aye, that's what they call it. Is there any dry weather in this session at all, please? Yes, a bit. Good. Got mediums. Got mediums. Alright, let's just wait till it's dry. There's no point going out on the wets because it's not going to be wet for the weekend. Change the what though. Hungary, Hungary. Driving round and round and round and round and round. It's Hungary. As soon as there are some dry laps being set, we will go out. I can hear the rain. Almost sounds like white noise in the background. It's like... It said it would dry up in about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And we're 15 minutes in now. And, well, lap times are coming down, but not drastically at the minute. Which does now say weather now dry. And George is out on hards. Right, that's my cue. Off we put. Time management on mediums, please. Let's fucking go. Great. The lift around there, really.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
It's a bit slippery, right? Well, it's very slippery, actually, as it happens. Oh, Christ, it's really slippery. Bloody hell. Bloody hellfire. The Delta's so good because of the nature of the drying track, so don't read too much into that. We're not genuinely that fast. Definitely the opportunity to get purple here, though. Jesus Christ. Coming out of one is like an ice rink. What is going on? I don't like this intermittent weather. Inclement weather, not. It's the intermittent weather, wouldn't you? It's not like there's weather and then there's no weather.
Temperature's so important for your tyres. Cool down laps are now vital after a push lap so that we don't light up the rubber too much. Not to mention recharging the battery.
It is absolutely possible to look after your tyres around here. You just have to be slow, effectively. But if you're out in front and it's difficult to overtake, then you can really make good use
Program
of the
complete.
time. Yeah, I don't feel quick here
Job
at all.
well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through
In
the
fact,
numbers.
I feel positively shite around here at the minute. It's not ideal. Out of curiosity, let me just see what the setup says. 2 secs. This time I'll remember to bring it back up again, unlike last time where I just kind of left it accidentally. F1 setups, car, Hungary, please. Thank you. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's intriguing. Oh yeah, I had that the wrong way around then. Look, he's back again. Let me go and do that again on the same set of tyres. And just see what the cars feels like with exactly the same parameters other than slightly worn tyres. And a drying track still. Maybe had my front and rear wings set the wrong way around. I was running, it should be offset one way with one wing higher than the other, and I was actually offset the other. Whether that was intentional from last season or just a mistake or what, but see how the car feels now. Well, that is much more planted. I mean, it might be the weather, but that is much more planted. Right, car feels better. We'll still do a little bit of tweaking with setup when we try and figure out which one to go with, but I think we're not far off. Race strategy should be pretty straightforward from here now, I think.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
In the time in the speed trap is not ideal. Obviously, we're not using the battery or soft tyres at all, so that's going to be a factor in that, but still, 14th in the speed chart is not great. I imagine only 14 drivers have set a lap. I know, some have, okay. Not slowest in the traps, but... Still don't feel very fast. Morning, Meow. How are we, lad? I really don't know how to take turn 5. Let's stay off that curve with it. Front left is going to be the deciding factor, isn't it, in the race? Or both left-hand tyres. Mainly the front. It was better, but I'm still losing half a tenth through there on the delta. Lando. Yeah, this is just because he was slow and letting me through. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the egg game last night. Eagles won it, though, right? Oh, really? Chiefs not have a great game, did they not? Oh, wow. Yes, if the Eagles won by 40 points. Wow, is that one of the most one-sided Super Bowls in NFL history, presumably, then?
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job
Thanks to follow
indeed. We got a lot
Buzz
of
Oz
valuable
Buzz.
information out of that. Well done.
Oh, they didn't win by 40 points. They won by 18 points. Yeah, so they didn't win by 40 points, did they? Jamie, fucking hell. Such a Jamie thing. Won by 40 points. I'm like, oh, did they? Then I find out they didn't. You're like, well, it was 40 points, still they let the foot off and gave them a few points at the end. So it wasn't 40 points, was it? Yeah, they were 24-0 up at halftime, then 34-6 up at the end of the third quarter. Cries in Taylor Swift. Tyro a little high, which is a little concerning. Let's go into a quali pace. Oh, I've got that open. Close that. Years, save before quitting. Thank you.
Okay, don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we just want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
This was a rubbish lap.
We didn't really get the data we needed on that run.
No, you're not wrong. That was shit.
You might want to give it another go.
Alright, I'm not going to do the quali pace program again, but we will do my own run just to see what happens with different setups.
got 2 laps of fuel left.
Okay, 13.39, that's effectively a 13.4. Like hell he is. That's funny, that. Let's try that. What is the game tonight, Jamie? FA Cup, presumably. Doncaster Rovers, Crystal Palace. Wow. So that's the sort of game that should be on telly. That was rubbish. It's not a comparison. What I'm doing now. Well, that's quicker then. That's quicker by about 4/10. But whether it's race quick, I don't know, because I'm going to be slower down the straight, because that was with slightly more rear wing. But regardless, we will save that. Over the Hungary one. And that will a-da-da-dink, a-da-da-dank, a-da-da-do.
What an incredible practice session that was. But the fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
5th round draw is on the one show, lol. Cambridge aren't in anymore, so don't care. Don't care. Don't care, mate. I'm going to have a lozenge. Honey and lemon lozenge for the throat. New RTG video goes live in 6 minutes. Practice went okay. We had to use quick practice to get the majority of the qualifying pace resource points, but we were able to tweak the setup slightly enough to find an extra 3 or 4 tenths. So that's positive in terms of outright lap pace, but I did add more downforce, meaning I'm going to be slower in a straight line, and there is only really one overtaking opportunity here, which is at the end of the start-finish straight. So I might have made myself quicker in a lap, but slower in the race. But that means we should be better on our tyres in the race, so maybe we're still going to be as competitive? I hope so. Anyway, we'll put some fresh bits in so that we are as competitive as we can be. Might as well just put completely fresh bits in for every race and then just use the other bits for practice, because our wear is so good now at this stage of the save that we don't really need to worry about it too much. So to quali we go, expecting to struggle to make it to Q3 actually, based on what we've done so far here, but in the race I hope with strategy we can make it work in our favour. I'm enjoying the RTG trip, yeah, very much so. See what lap times they're putting in first. The front runs will be in the 12s. Okay. I expected the front runners to be in the 12s. Oh, they are. There we go. Thank you, Lando. Well, hello there, Mr. Benjamin. What is the latest, sir? Do tell. People are going out now, okay.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out to the track.
All set, we're ready to go, all set. Oh, nice! Welcome to the world, Violet. We're delighted to have you. Congratulations, Benny. Hope Rebecca and Violet are doing well, mate. Beautiful name. Felix and Violet. Love it. Did you make it back in time from the football? Or was she born pre-football and then you were allowed leave to go and watch said football? Go on, Maxi boy. Here you go. Go on, Trigo. Go on, Trigo. Fucking.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
That's a bit morbid, Jamie. Jesus. Got to the hospital about 6. She was born at 6:59. You are a lucky man. What a day. Glad all are doing well anyway. I presume Labour began whilst you were at the football. She's there going, where is he? Where is he at the fucking football? Where give him birth? I'm sure Rebecca doesn't quite sound like that.
30 seconds left in the session.
Go in. Just finish the lap and I can read that message. Fernando 1:12.6, which is pretty monstrous. Anything in the 12s for me is good. It's not. Oh, it's slow. Oh, it's really slow. Oh, it's really slow. Right. I did a 13.1 in practice, and then when qualies come around, I've lost half a second. I don't really know how I've managed that, but I have done. Your championship leader at one of the circuits where it's most difficult to overtake starts last. Anyways, just want to pop in with the news. Labour did a deep begin while Hardy was tucking it home. Have a good one. I'll appreciate it, man. You're so fucking lucky. You'd never have lived that down. Guess where your dad was when I was giving birth to you? Congratulations, man. Right, that's gone well then, hasn't it? I might have done ads, yeah. I might have absolutely fucked it. And this is why the championship is not won, despite the fact I won 4 races in a row. I have a feeling if it was an away game, he wouldn't have gone, Jamie. Afternoon, Tom. How are we, sir? Right, hoping for penalties to all of my championship rivals, please. In before Lando on pole and Charles Leclerc second. Lando on pole and Fernando Alonso second.
Fernando Alonso alongside.
Lando might make it 4 in a row, you know. Oh, no.
Leclerc.
Oh, God. Leclerc third, Russell fourth at least.
Oscar Piastri.
Hamilton maybe with a pen. No, Hamilton's just not quite on it.
Sonoda.
I'm going to be at the back, lads.
Perez. Sainz. Verstappen.
Oh,
Hulkenberg.
dear.
Theo
We're going to have to pull off the
Ricciardo,
comeback of all comebacks here
Behrman,
with some rather remarkable
and
strategy.
Wood. It's almost time for the lights to go out, And alongside me in the commentary...
Oh, God, I genuinely can't believe it hasn't... It went the way that it did.
It's going to take a monumental effort from you. I need you to push incredibly hard if we're going to get a good result today. Let's go and make it happen.
Yeah, you think. Hard, medium is slower than medium, hard. I would like to end on the mediums, though. That's the only thing. There are some hard runners. I think starting on the hards is probably the way forward. Is it possible? Is it possible to remove that stint? Yes, but still not very quick. Well, shit. Chat, what do I do? Oh, this is going to take a bit more figuring out than I hoped it would. I don't know. Is there be a safety car, though? That's the only thing. I could always cause one. I definitely want to start on the hards. There's no point using a soft at the beginning because it'll just burn through them. All of a sudden, wishing I'd got the extra medium, not the extra hard. I could end on the softs. Maybe we do it the other way around. Hard, medium, soft, maybe, chat? Christ, this could be a hell of a prediction for you, isn't it? AI starting on all sorts. Lando's on hards, Fernando's on softs, and Charles is on mediums. So make of that what you will. In front of me, softs, hards, and mediums. Foch. Tweeting out the YouTube video. I think hard medium, and then we just go hard medium and see how they're doing. See what the sitch is. The wet's probably slightly slower, but there's probably not much in it. Aggressive on the hards and hoping for a safety car seems to be your only play. Yes. I think. Right. Let's leave you guys with a prediction. Where will Chess finish? The question is, I'm going to say, do we make it to 7th or higher? 7th or higher seems like a decent one. No, you know what? 5th. Do we make it 5th or higher? We feel like we got the. I feel like I got the place. I'm gonna start the prediction. I'm gonna go for a quick toilet break. I'm gonna make. A quick sausage sandwich as well. Because Jude's fallen asleep on her rather than upstairs in his cot. So yeah, I do need to up the raid notification limit. Lol. BRB, gents. Actually, let me give you some. Let's give you some elevator music in background. BRB. Sorry about the extended break, chat. Nat now has 2 sausage sandwiches, so she's happy. Although she has a sleeping child on her, so she's a bit pinned. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Right, what did you guys do with the prediction? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Only 3 of you said P6 or higher. Sorry, P5 or higher, but sizable amount of points spent. 2 of you went 50k, okay. Alright. I see you. I've no idea what's going to happen, so I can't promise any of you anything. But here we fucking go. Right? Here we fucking go. Off we fucking put. So we'll start hard and then just see how it goes.
Seeing any technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down.
Yeah, I did just balk it in quali. I put in a terrible lap.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
You reckon I win this? Oh, I was trying to do the whole lap without braking, but I fucked it. Around the corner and immediately into my grid box. Okay. Well, dirty side of the grid and right at the very back. Off we pop for what is probably going to be quite an emotional Grand Prix. What can we do in Hungary? Any drama turn 1? Any Valtteri Bottas's? No. Alright, I hear contact. Can't see any contact. Wasn't really anywhere to overtake there either. This is going to be the long game, ladies and gentlemen. Just as well there are 70 laps. I had a bit of a run there, but force wide and couldn't really commit either way. This is where using the softs in this early stage just isn't the right call, because you're just not going to be able to utilise the pace of them. So going longer on the hard is definitely the right plan.
That's a decent start. Good job.
Excuse me. Excuse me, Ollie. Thank you, Ollie. I exist, Mr. Behrman. Just swung across there as if I wasn't there. Hello, mate! Woo! And I'm in a slightly darker coloured car. I'm not necessarily a bright green Sauber, but I was alongside you the whole time. Right, 1 lap down, 1 place done. Keep that going and we'll be very happy, but
this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Hello. Yeah, see, I put the extra downforce in for the quali lap, and then bought the quali lap, and now I don't really have the downforce to fight in a straight line. So at least back here, driving slower than we would be is hopefully going to make the tyres last longer. So a one stop could be a possibility.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise.
But it's going to be
Come on.
tough. That's another Sauber dealt with. There's an Aston Martin in the lead at the minute, actually. Max Verstappen's down in 16th, so he's not necessarily having a fun time right now either. In a straight line, we're basically on par with everyone else. That's fine. So far, so good. There's a bit of a gap opening up though to that. Well, not even a bit of a gap. There's a giant gap opened up to the front train. They are gone. Well and truly vamooshed. It was a terrible turn forward. We basically just cut the whole bloody corner. I didn't gain any advantage from it, so it's alright. No idea what to do from here tactically. With that front train disappearing so far down the road, do I pit early and then just try and use as much battery as possible and gain as much gap back as I can? Or do I just stay out super long and then try and be a bit of a bus? Hello, Max. Picking them off one by one slowly is working, but there will come a point where I won't be able to do that anymore. And then we'll have a decision to make. I think there's an Alpine at the front of this train that is carrying some damage. Actually, it might be a Williams, actually. Alex Albon is carrying quite a bit of damage here. And is slowing everybody... Concentrate, Chase. Slowing everybody up. Because the... I might know it's a Haslett. The Williams has got past as well. So someone's got damage. People are slowly working their way past them. And then disappearing off down the road. It's Sergio Perez. Perez at the front of this mini train is killing everybody else's race behind him. The minute Alonso leads though, and that's better for me. Lando and Charles Leclerc second and third right now. Inside the Williams. Perez loses another position. Ricciardo's now past him.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead.
Yes, I know.
Giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
I don't even know whether I'm going to have the pace to compete once we get past Perez at the minute. I don't necessarily feel quick. Although we're not really using any battery, are we? Oh my god, this is so slow through the middle sector. Right.
Gap to your
This is going to be a
teammate
bit
ahead,
more dangerous into turn 1.
6 seconds.
Can I sneak around Perez too? Go on, Nico. Nail the throttle, pal. Tuck in. Into the... no. He just... I think... So, I'm on his inside. He can see... His mirror is full of me. He knows I'm there. And... I've arrived at pace, but... It's 6.5 dozen of the other, I think. Like, he shouldn't turn. But I probably would have only just made the corner as a result of the lunge, so... I just take it on the chin. Sit behind. I didn't expect him to turn quite so soon. I thought I'd have been able to stop the car a bit better than I was able to. Basically, I fucked it. That one was cleaner. Right. Can we get after anybody else, or is everybody else now faster than me on my hard tyres? Like, Checo should just box. Ploughing on is literally pointless. Just ruins the gameplay, and it's the wrong decision to make. I wonder what the medium runners are actually doing tactically.
Just ahead. Push, push. Okay, gap to the car in front.
Is he one stopping or two stopping?
1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think
Two
they've got
stopping,
2
okay.
stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap, 1:17.0. Okay, so they're extending their advantage by 2 seconds a lap at the moment. Okay, gap ahead, 2.1 seconds.
So the gap to Ricciardo has come down, but the gap to Hulkenberg stayed the same, although it is now starting to come down. I think I just go as long as possible on these hards. I think that's probably the play here. I'm first in the Drivers' Championship, yeah.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done. Gap to the car in front, 2.1 seconds.
I don't know where George is in the Drivers' Championship, actually. I think it's me, Lando, Charles, Fernando, Lewis, George.
Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I think I try and take the hards.
Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 0.4 seconds.
I'm going to try and make the hards last until about lap 40, 45, then switch to the mediums and try and make it to the end. I think that's the plan. Lando, you'll notice, has pulled away from Charles now, and there is a train. That says to me, although it was Fernando that was leading, and that Ferrari looks like he's pulling away from the Aston Martin now. So are we looking at a similar situation with Fernando Alonso that we were with Sergio Perez, in that there is some front wing damage there, and a stubborn driver that doesn't want to stop?
Okay, so gap to the car ahead.
Alternatively, it might be...
6 seconds.
It might just be tyre wear. If Fernando's on the softs, which I actually think he is, his tyres might just be dying. I think it might be tyre wear. Lando was on the hards, Charles was on the mediums, and Fernando was on the softs. So I think it might just be tyres, not damage. For Perez, it's damage. But for Alonso, I think it's not quite so serious. Slowly reeling those in front as their medium tyres start to wear. What their medium tyres do, distance-wise, gives us an idea of what we might be able to do at the end of the lap and at the end of the race as well. If they do close to 25, I can probably do 30 at the end.
We've got to move up the order if we can, so I'm setting you a new target. Push, push.
One more lap till DRS, I think. George is having a look at Fernando. George is past Fernando. Lando again, disappearing on his own. Looks to be another straightforward victory in the waiting for the McLaren driver. It is terrible news for me and my World Championship. I need to get myself as many points as I possibly can today. 20th to 13th so far on lap 13. poorer lap this time. Might be within DRS though, we will be. Come on in.
We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try
The
to
recovery
keep up this
continues. Hello, Alpines. Bonjour, monsieur.
P13. Hulkenberg ahead. They're on old mediums. That's Sainz behind you now. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Okay, so gap to the leader, 17.3 seconds.
17.3 to
16
Lando.
laps now until your pit window opens.
Pit stop loss around here is about 20 seconds. So Lando nearly has a free stop on us. I'm gonna still have to get very feisty with drivers in front of me, because it's teammate on teammate. They might be less inclined to be as aggressive on one another. I can't afford to lose any more time. Sat behind two teammates who don't really want to fight with each other. Need to get through, please, gents. Really looking after their front left tyre around the middle sector. I am not.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Go on, Nico. Take him. This is awkward. Try and tip underneath them both, but it's not going to work.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors.
I'm alongside
I don't
Ricciardo
think
here,
you're
though.
Worried, just some bad data. So keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Okay,
That
nice work.
is a great
Really
overtake
good job
on
with that
Daniel
Alpine,
Ricciardo.
mate.
Nico Hulkenberg next. Daniel loses two places in a couple of corners, and we follow Nico Hulkenberg through. Just able to keep my front left tyre inside the white line for it to be a legal overtake on the outside of turn 4. Steady. Let's not get carried away. Hulkenberg next, then Albon is points. Soft runners in the pits after 15 laps. Hamilton and Alonso. Hulkenberg went defensive, but it's not going to stop me coming through. Time to get after that Williams, up to P9 now because of the boxes.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.6 seconds. 10 now. Keep it up. Good pace. You're catching the car in front by about a second a lap.
Need to stop abusing the tyres, otherwise they're just going to die. I mean, they're not going to last as long as I need them to. Oh, nice. Welcome in, Glenn's son. What is your name, if you don't mind my asking? Everyone that is here and knows Glenn will remember and acknowledge, I'm sure. Thank you, by the way, to Slazy, Ruben, and Nico for the follows. Buster. You shall remember that, Buster. Thank you for dropping by, my dude. Alonso fastest lap of the race, 15.9. He's in traffic at the minute. Leclerc is not. Sorry, Hamilton is not. Although Hamilton has now set the fastest lap of the race because of that. Gaining slowly on Albon, dragging the two Alpines with me, but the gap to Yuki is quite stagnant at the minute. If it is coming down, it's by like a tenth here, half a tenth there. So that's where strategy is going to have to come in handy for us. Strategy, track position, and just aggressive driving. I'm in an awkward situation where I need to be aggressive, but I also need to look after my tyres, and I can't really do both. I have DRS on Albon here though. Took a little while to get the power down out of the penultimate corner, but we did so. 4.1 to Yuki. Gap to the leader.
Okay, you're in ninth.
Is as follows.
Albon's ahead of you. They're on old mediums. That's Hulkenberg behind. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place,
20.9.
20.9 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window
So
opens
Lando
in
is
10
faster
laps.
than me in free air, but not a giant amount. Fast enough, obviously. He's got a pit stop in hand. I just need to get after Yuki really here. I need to make these hard tyres go as far as possible. If I can get to lap 45 or so on these hard tyres, then the one stop is absolutely on.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
It's a case of figuring out at what point is staying out actually doing more damage than an extra pit stop. I don't know if I'd earn enough time on a fresh set of softs at the end of the race to warrant not pitting, if you know what I mean. Or to warrant pitting, sorry. 3.7 to Tsunoda now.
Great pass.
Both V-carbs in front of me now. George is in at the end of lap 20. His first stop off his medium tyres. Gasly's in too. Now is where we find out if the one stop is actually going to work.
Okay, George is coming in.
Loads of drivers in. Everybody but Lando. Well, basically everybody but the hard runners. So I'm now actually running third right now. 13th to third. Sorry, 20th to third in 22 laps. Although I've only made about 8 overtakes. Now we can actually see what the gap to Lando is. Don't need to ask my engineer anymore. I'm intrigued if the one stop is a one. Sorry, the hard run is a one stopping or two.
Come on, push hard. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 3.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Two stops remaining. Your last lap time, 1 minute 17.8. Okay, so you're gaining by around 0.6 a lap.
Alonso is coming. He'll be with me within 2 laps. Might even be in DRS by the end of this lap. Such is the pace advantage on brand new tyres at this stage. Come out 16th if I pit now.
Great work. You're catching
Just
the
not
car
worth it
ahead
at the
by
minute.
around 0.5 a lap. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 2.7 seconds. Okay, information on Verstappen. Okay, they're slowing down.
not gonna make
It seems
any
like
difference
there's
to
some
us.
kind of problem with their car.
Here comes Fernando. Trying to lose as little time as possible here. He will disappear now. Tsunoda in the pits on 25.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake, use overtake.
Lando's boxing as well. Lando's out of the box in front of us. Not going to fight George too much. Let my teammate through. I could box 35 and 60, or 35 and 55. But I'm not sure yet whether that's the right play or not.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.9 seconds.
Does appear there might be a pit stop's worth of time though in a fresh set of tyres. In a minute I'd be tempted to pit 35 for mediums. You're going that way, are you? I'd be tempted to pit 35 for mediums and then 57-ish for softs. But I don't know as a two-stop gets me anywhere near a top 5. To be honest, I don't know as either strategy gets me anywhere near a top 5. But one stop at least gives me a chance of causing some delay to other drivers in this stint. Before they box again. I don't know when these other guys will box again. They're going medium, which says to me they'll go hard at the end rather than medium, soft. They might go medium, soft, to be fair. I would expect medium, hard.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Come out 12th now when we box. That's a little bit more agreeable. That's a few less cars to try and manoeuvre around. Okay, the two-stop is starting to present itself as potentially an opportunity. But these hard tyres are going to have to go to lap 35 to make a two-stop work.
The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, gap ahead, 3.5 seconds.
Piastri through as well.
Okay, mate, we've got high reserves of VRS, so let's try and use some more. finish now. We're boxing this lap.
Not yet.
Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you.
Smashed it.
Okay, pit in this lap and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. And gap to the car in front.
Thank you for the follow, Pirates and Exclusive. Welcome to the channel, lads. Oh.
1 second. At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Gap to your teammate ahead, 12.0 seconds.
Lewis through. We did hold Lewis up quite a bit though. So much so that Gasly's actually joined us behind now as well. We'll try and concentrate and stay within a second of Lewis if I can. I don't think it's going to be possible. But he's the first driver that's gotten past me that I think it might be possible. It was possible. DRS on Lewis. Now, the longer we're able to maintain DRS on Lewis and or Pierre Gasly, the more a one-stop strategy comes back towards us. Through there. He's gone. Alas, a minimum. Thank you very much indeed for the 13th month, mate.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Hey Jamie, thanks for following Balafi. Welcome to the channel, mate.
Car in front is a second a lap faster. 1 second.
I am now thinking that we do the box this lap for mediums and then box 50, somewhere between 55 and 60 for softs.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds.
I don't know what I'm doing there. The first person to get your name right, really? Balafi? I just went off Balassi, the footballer. Shout out Yannick. Afternoon, Tozzy.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Yep, we are going to box this lap for a set of medium tyres at exactly half race distance. The view to doing about 20 laps on this set that we're about to put on. And then about 15 laps on the soft set at the end. And we should, hopefully,
There seems to have been a bit of a problem removing the left front wheel. We need to try and put that
be able
behind
to
us,
make
though,
up
and finish
enough
the race
time
strong.
on fresh tyres to discount the extra pit stop. Here comes Straw behind us. We are coming out in 12th.
You only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
Time for pedal to metal. Close back down on the Alpines. They've gone medium, so their tyres are going to be quite worn now. They'll be stopping quite soon, actually, I think, for another set of hard tyres. Or for a set of hard tyres for the first time.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road. True place here.
Yeah,
They've
you just
pitted
told
as
me
well,
that.
So we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on.
telling me, Sozzy.
Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 10.3 seconds.
Thank you, Sergio. You're getting a movie now, you Toz. Is it good? I don't know as I know whether you still live at home, whether you've got your own place. Are you moving out for the first time? Are you buying for the first time?
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy.
Live with your girlfriend's parents at the minute, but you and the girlfriend are moving to Newcastle in a few months, renting at first with you to buying after a year or two. Nice. Best of luck with it, mate. Thank you for the follow, Balafi. But the Nottingham Forest shop's not going to be the same without you. I'm just going to go for a quick piss, lads. BRB. Oh, hopefully be in the Newcastle shop when you move. I'll apply for a job there. Fair enough. Best of luck with it, mate. Yeah, I've been feeling rough past few days, Jamie, as well.
Gee, come on.
It just occurs to me, I've not actually had YouTube chat up. I've only had the one thingy open. Apologies, Jordan. And Scott and Alvin and Craig. It's on Netflix now, right, Jamie?
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.9 seconds. George is in the pits. He's in the pits now. Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power.
I'm just going to set the hard tyre as my next tyre, just in case there's a safety car of any sort. Obviously, if there's a safety car any time between now and lap 55-ish, we'll be going to the hard tyre because softs won't last. But if there's no safety car, I will look to box. The game wants me, or my team wants me to box at like 53. Don't see the soft tyres doing that many laps.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 3.0 seconds.
So I'm going to try and box about 57 or 8. 58 preferably. And then switch to the softs and try and make up as much time as possible, just as we have done on this medium set. You see the position top left has changed in between highlights because of other drivers' pit stops, etc. We haven't just magically made a handful of positions. Just as earlier we went from nowhere to third. And Lewis is with me now.
Is stopping now.
But I'm hoping to be able to hang on to Lewis. Last time I couldn't, but there's less of an offset in tyres here now. So now might be the time where Lewis drags me along for a little while. It helps my strategy. I can actually fucking drive without crashing. I hate how it does that. You're like just taking a corner normally, change gear, and the car's like, meh. That's not how that works. Fuck off, mate.
The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you.
Thanks for the follow, Rob. Welcome to the channel, mate. And Morgan.
Piastri has just set the fastest lap of the race. Yellow flag.
Oh, Tsunoda's round. Well, thanks for the
Okay,
position,
clear.
mate. Yuki Tsunoda has just spun it at turn 1. Ready, steady, 1, 2, 3, and whee! Round she goes. Very quick to put it in reverse, to be fair. And is not on his way again yet, because he's waiting for his teammate, I think. Then he should be able to get on his way. If he waits for Max, he's an absolute moron. Happy Monday to Wonga. Hope you're well, mate. It's a free position. Thank you very much. Tsunoda is a moron. He's waiting for Max.
Okay, mate. Picking your moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please. Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Paying attention. Reach over to the bloody wall. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 0.0 seconds. Good.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.0 seconds. Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap, 0.5.
20 laps to go.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
I am going to switch that to softs. I'm going to try and take these mediums to lap 57 or 8. Because these have done 15 laps. Daniel Ricciardo's out. No safety car though. These tyres have done 15 laps. And these are the mediums. And they're already 23% worn on the left. So the softs, sorry, just aren't gonna... They're not gonna last. Was Verstappen in 9th behind me? It is now not Verstappen in 9th behind me. Hulkenberg 18 seconds down the road. I wonder whether Max hit or Max was involved in an incident with
Caution.
Ricciardo. Maybe Ricciardo just retired in front of him and they got stuck behind him. I'm not sure. But where is Max now? Oh, Max boxed. Okay. So my option at the minute is either pit for softs in a few laps' time and hope to be able to make up time to get myself back to at least 9th. Box now for hards and hope to be able to make up enough time to get myself back to 9th. Or try and stay out on the worn mediums for another 20 laps. Probably not going to happen. And try and hold on for 9th. I think 9th is probably the best we're going to be able to muster here, unfortunately. But something is better than nothing. If I hadn't have balked qualifying, we could have been challenging for a top 5, but I balked qualifying.
Flag. The car in front is a second a lap faster. 1 second. Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay,
Hey, Costa.
This lap, so push now, push.
I appreciate it, mate. Thank you for the support, mate. Glad you're enjoying the F1 content.
Seconds.
With FM now completely delayed, or completely cancelled even, so no Football Manager, new Football Manager game until November. There'll be a lot of driving content on the channel between now and over the summer. It might mean that when we finish this driver career, we're able to get some more iRacing content in, which would be nice.
Verstappen's just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
I'd like to make some more iRacing content.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
Lando's just boxed again. He He has. Lando's just boxed for mediums. So George actually now leads the race. George from Fernando from Leclerc. Go on, George. Lando and Leclerc in 4th and 3rd respectively is very good for me. As good as I could possibly hope for at this stage, but it's a case of will they have the pace to make up the positions that they've lost? Probably. But hopefully not. Hopefully George and Fernando can hold on for 1st and 2nd. No preference really as to what order they're in. Although obviously it would be nice for my teammate to win the race.
Gap to the car in front, 6.6 seconds. Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race.
Steady. So, thank you for the 9th month subscribed, mate. Contact extension confirmed. Cheers, pal. Well done, Pierre.
Come on, you can win that place back.
I don't think so. So the plan now then is basically box for softs, make it back past Albon and Hulkenberg, and then try and get a fastest lap point. So 8th and a fastest lap point. Don't think we closed the full gap back to Gasly. That's just far too ambitious. Yes, the softs will be quick, but they're not an entire pit stop's worth of time in 12 or 13 laps quick. Let me through, Checo. Thank you. I'll box on 58, I think. I might box 57. I might box this lap. Albon and Hulkenberg, I think, are fighting.
Lapping faster than us by around a second a lap.
Yeah, it's not worth hanging it out if they're that much faster than me. I just need to get in, get the softs on, and start making some time again. See if we can't get that fastest lap point away from Lando Norris. Unlikely, but it's worth a go.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.9 seconds.
Here we come then. Soft tyres, please. Not a shit pit stop, please. Probably going to be one anyway.
Okay, there seems to have been a problem attaching the right rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish this race strong.
This save is screwed for pit stops. For broken pit stops, is absolutely broken.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
At
Let's go.
Ferrari, we had dead pit stops almost every race. And now at Mercedes, we're having dead pit stops almost every race. The only 2 stops I've made in this Grand Prix have both been rubbish. Both been 2 and then 3 seconds slower than they should have been. Thus costing me about 5,
Right, we need to get
to be
past
honest,
here.
probably
Use overtake.
6
Use
by the
overtake.
time I'm out of the box, etc. Seconds worth of race time. Which is wonderful. Absolutely superb. Really happy. Thank you, lads. So now I've got 13 laps, including the one we're on. So 12 and a bit laps to try and close down on Albon and Hulkenberg. This is going to be a challenge. Having DRS here, though, off the back of Max might help for the fastest lap attempt. And put together a good lap.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Is it a fastest lap or is it not? It might not be, actually. No, I think it is.
That's the
13.3.
fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well
So I
done.
think that was considerably the fastest lap of the race. I think Lando's previous was a 14 something, so by over half, well over half a second, fastest lap of the race. Well, that's an extra point for us. I've just got to go and get my 8th place back now. We're only 6 seconds behind them, with 11 laps to go. Although tyres on the left are 5% worn already.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.4 seconds.
I think Lando's back in first. So I'm pretty sure Lando's back in first. George second. Fernando third. At least Charles Leclerc is having a a poor race, but Lando is going to be, if I finish where I am now, ahead of me, no, I think exactly level with me on points as we head into the next round of the championship. So any position I'm able to make from here is effectively by how much I'm going to lead the championship by. And already the softs are starting to lose performance. Hey, Hayden. Yeah, go for it, dude. Both episode 1 of the new season in the RTG and the Journeyman went live earlier today. Please tell me Checo did change that front wing. Sergio Perez has just been racing the entire Grand Prix with a broken front wing. Logic. Well done, dickhead.
Okay, clear.
Hey, McClare.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. How are you? Which match settings, Jeffrey? catching Albon and Hulkenberg has been pretty straightforward. Getting past them will be slightly more difficult.
Spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I definitely don't have the pace to pull away from them as well. Plus, the tyres are just continually dying. So, we should be able to take P9 and then P8. But then I might be under pressure from behind all the way to the end. See, Alex gave me racing room into that corner. Sergio Perez didn't. They've definitely broken a much more optimum position that time than I did with Sergio. I wouldn't be surprised if the braking point was actually not too dissimilar. It's just the weight of the car at the beginning of the race. It's what made the car plough on forwards. So that's P9. We'll get P8 by the end of the straight with the DRS because we're much more aggressive than the AI are. Just because F124, not really anything else. Hoping for better on 25, aren't we? And then we'll see if we can maintain the gap. I'll try and get a second down the road. But you've seen the way that Alex Albon's been able to hang on to the back of me this lap. Probably going to be the same for both of them moving forward. I'll try and open a second or more, but I'm not confident of doing so. I do think we'll be able to maintain the position though. So P8 is as far as we'll get. That should be 4 World Championship points plus the point for fastest lap. Which means I should be leading the championship still, but by 3 points rather than 23 points, as was the case prior to lights out. Which sucks, but it could have been worse. It's still a really decent recovery from 20th to 8th if we're able to finish here. Which it does look like we're going to be able to, because I have been able to open up that second. Excelente! Right, 3 laps to go. See you at the checkered flag.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 0.4 seconds.
We do 6-minute halves. Everything else is pretty basic, I think. Thanks for the follow, Marcus. We're at 104, mate. Oh no, yeah. Well, at least it's nowhere near as vicious as it used to be. How do you feel in yourself? Okay, let's concentrate. Too busy reading chat. Still feels like as shit as it did, fair enough.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, it's just not, is it?
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Lando Norris makes it 4 in a row. The second driver this season to do so. And he is the man to beat right now. The most informed driver on circuit. And our podium streak comes to an end. Rather abrupt end. George, I think, was able to come home second though, so that's great for the team. With Ferrari not scoring great points at all. 4th and 6th for them. Not that we as Mercedes have done much better with me being where I am, but at least George is going to gain on the 2 red-coloured drivers in his World Championship fight. He's not really in the fight, but he's certainly taking points off my rivals, which is what I very much need him to do when days like this turn up. P8. So, in this save, in 4 seasons, we've managed a DNF, a P7, and 2 P8s at Hungary. We evidently had the pace to finish significantly higher than that. But qualifying was qualifying. My fastest lap of the race, with like 12 laps worth of extra fuel on board, was 0.3 of a second faster than my minimal fuel quali run. That's how bad my qualifying was. Not very good at all. Not very good at all. There was genuinely the opportunity for either a podium. We have a heated rivalry with my teammate now. That's the first heated rivalry I've ever had. Sorry, George. Please work with me to help me win the championship. I am behind George at the minute in the ratings rivalry, but we're not far off 92. Well, my focus has gone down a bit there. And still 50-50 in the recognition stakes. What does the Drivers' Championship look like? I believe I'm 3 points clear of Lando Norris. It's Spa next. Now that's a circuit we do tend to do well at. So I will be hoping to do the same again. I know I've got a new rival.
This is the perfect opportunity.
We're going to hear the same thing that she says. However, just kidding. I love working with you.
My very exclusive clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.
Yes, I love. So, top of the championship by 3 points. George is 6th in the championship at the moment, but we are only 14 points behind Ferrari in the constructors. So, very much in both championship fights. We, of course, won the constructors last year with Ferrari. We'd love to get back-to-back constructors if we can with 2 different teams. Would be quite the achievement. With Belgium to come. Oh dear. First, second, third, 8th. Lando has not been outside the top 5 other than Bahrain. And 4 straight victories for him. In Belgium last year, we got a P4, a P2 the year prior, and a P9, no, actually a podium in the Haas. Go on, Ches, lad. So, hoping for a strong weekend in Belgium, genuinely. We should be challenging, provided it's not bloody wet, we should be challenging for a podium and or a race win. Should be a podium or a race win here. And it's one stoppable in Belgium. We've gone with a harder tyre set again, but it is one stoppable. Fully wet first practice, mixed conditions P3, and mixed conditions in the race as well. So what that means for our potential competitiveness is probably not as competitive as we'd like to be. But starting dry, probably very swiftly onto an intermediate tyre, and then onto dry tyres at the end. So it's probably soft into medium, I would imagine. But that is going to be quite the Grand Prix to try and negotiate and manage ourselves around. Not an easy one, that. We'll put some older parts in for practice, of course. And then we'll be able to... Some of them are already the older parts we've got in the car. And then Belgium's always good fun. It's a really, really great racetrack, especially now that it's got the updated visuals, etc. of F124. And we should have some extra tracks with extra visuals in F125 as well, hopefully. But 44 laps of the Belgian Grand Prix is coming to you next time we are on F124, which shouldn't be too far in the distance. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Very much hope you've enjoyed it. Very much hope you're enjoying this 4th season. The championship just got a lot closer. Yikes. Bring on Belgium. I'll see you later. Let's get a thumbnail, shall we? The exhaustion is definitely worse, you'd say. Oh, really? I mean, maybe I've got fucking COVID because I feel fucking exhausted. But it's just par for the course with the ME, I think. It doesn't matter whether I've got a slight cold or full-blown fucking COVID. I'm just dead. Try and get a decent thumbnail if we can. That was a wheel spin on that Sauber, wasn't it? Hey look, it's me at the back. Just trying to survive. There's already... That's where Perez got his front wing damage at lap 1, look. You see it just bouncing around there on the outside. Actually, you can't because I'm in the way. There it is. Just bouncing on the outside of turn 1. Perez's front wing. Or bits of Perez's front wing. Try and get a decent thumbnail. I have a feeling me with a Red Bull or a Ferrari is going to be more clickable than me in a Sauber, so we'll probably wait for some of the highlights at the end of the reel. Hello, me. Fucking young. That was the coming together by the band, wasn't it? Lunches. Round the outside, round the outside, round the outside, chick chick wah. What's this? Oh, on a Ferrari. Hello, little steady. Oh, hang on. That's Yuki facing the wrong way. That'll do for a thumbnail. Not supposed to be there, mate. Get a better shot. Nebbies. Right. I'm going to go offline for about 15 minutes, chat, go and sort myself some food out, take some cold and flu meds, and try and put myself in a position to be able to then record a couple of FC episodes. So don't go anywhere. Well, by all means, feel free to go and get yourself a drink and a snack of your own. But I will be back in 15 or 20 minutes or so with some FC25 RTG transfer window, Journeyman transfer window. There's a lot to come yet today, so fingers crossed you'll join me.